Hey there, fellow adventurers. It's Brian from the Outdoor Adventurer Series YouTube channel. It is like December 10th, and it is a beautiful day here in Northeast Ohio. It's about 57 degrees and nice lukewarm breeze coming through. So I thought to myself, why don't I get out and do some steelhead fishing? So we're on the Grand River, and we're going to be trying to isolate pockets and runs. So we're going to target probably about 2 foot of water that opens up into pools, and we're going to do a couple different methods. We're going to try floating some row bags. I'm going to start off with throwing some spinners just to see if I can get any followers, just to see if there's anything in the pools, and then we'll see what we can do. So we're going to be mixing it up, but each time I switch my baits, I'll make sure that I show you to see what's going on. And again, if you have any comments, put them down in the comments. Any tips that you have for winter steelhead fishing in Northeast Ohio, I'd love to hear them. And other than that, if you enjoy this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notify, and then you'll get these notifications when I put a new episode out. So waiting for my brother Clarky to come, and then we're going to get rigged up, and we're going to start walking up. So catch you guys in about 2 minutes. Okay, so we're going to hook up our first rig, and we're just going to do a float, and we're just going to float some row bags on a bobber. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to be using the Raven Octopus Strong number 8 hooks. So if you take number 8 hooks, because we're going to be fishing some real clear water, we do not want the hook too big to be noticeable, and we don't want it sticking too far out of the row bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself a number 8 hook. Put my glasses on, because without these glasses there's no way in hell I'm ever going to be able to get this hook on. So the way I like to tie the knots, everyone can do their own, but I like the simplest one. People can put comments saying, oh Clarky, that's not the way that you should do it, but all I like to do, very simple hooks. It works for everything, no matter what you're fishing for. You double the line up, you take the doubled line, you stick it through the eyelet, all right, and so once you stick it through the eyelet, you have the little loop. All you do is you grab that loop and you make yourself a little circle, put the hook right there, you do a little circle, you bring that loop through the circle, you bring the hook then through that loop, and this is the important part. Once you get it through, you want to wet it a little bit. God, my eyes suck. I thought it went through the circle, it didn't. So we'll try it again. So we'll put it through. You got the loop end, you tie the little round, you go around, you put the tag end through, you open up the circle, you grab the hook, now you wet it and bring it down nice and snug. Go snug, and once it's snug, then I grab the tag end and just pull it apart a little bit so it's nice and snug. All right, Clarky's here. And that right there is how I put the hook on. Then what I'm going to do, I've already looked. The water here is probably in most areas around 2 feet. So if it's 2 feet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my line. I'm going to probably come up about 1 foot up. And not a foot up, let's say 8 inches. And I'm going to put a 3/0. You take a look, they're 3/0 sinkers, 3/0 sinkers, and then I'm going to put one at about 8 inches, and then the second one I'm going to bring up probably about, oh, I'd say another 6 to 8 inches above that one. All right, And then I'm gonna probably give myself about 4 feet. 6 foot tall, so arm to arm would be, so that's about 4 feet here. And I'm gonna put my bobber. And it's a weighted bobber. You take a look. If you take a look at this, it's a weighted bobber, so it will float like this, so that there's even less resistance when the steelhead hits it. And I come around there once, I come around there twice, and then release it. And so now what I'm left with is, you got the bobber, and then I'm just actually going to bring these up a little bit more. And what you want is, the row bag is going to float down like this and bob off the edge of the bottom, and the steelhead will come up, they'll grab that row bag, they'll bite onto it, the float will go down, and we're hooked up. So their first one's done. My brother just arrived, so I'm going to check in with him, and we'll hit the water and we'll go from there. See you in a bit. We're all tied up, got all geared up, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk in here. I'm gonna probably walk up about a mile, because everyone's fishing the same thing. So I want to try get some pools that haven't been touched. So we're gonna get up. It'll be I don't know however long it takes us to get a mile. I'm not feeling too ambitious. Nice day out here today, so we'll take a nice slow pace, and we'll catch you when we get back on the river. So as I promised, we got Clarky here, so I'm gonna have you check in with him and say hi.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on there, Clarky?
Getting ready to catch some fish.
All right, let's see what we can do. So we tried the first spot and only saw one. We spooked it when we were walking down towards the edge. So we're gonna have a little bit of lunch here, and then we're gonna go try another spot. So we'll see what happens. But got this, always bring this with me when I'm out. It's a waterproof bag, that way if you fall in the water, everything stays dry. And so we're just gonna bring some lunch today, and I brought a couple of the Mountain House. Is it Mountain House? Yeah, Mountain House. We got the yellow curry. Oh, it's super good. Tastes just like going to an Indian restaurant. So bring a couple of these bags out. Brought my jet boil. much water do we need?
1.5.
1.5. How many ounces is it?
Or 1.5 cups. Get a new jet boil.
So they have the nice jet boils like my brother has that's got the little sparker. Well, when I ordered mine, I thought it had the sparker, but I wasn't paying attention, obviously, and I didn't get it. So I have a lighter. So usually takes about, I don't know, a minute for it to boil. So one thing to remember is when you open these, there's a humidity packet in there. Make sure you take it out or you'll be eating it and you'll be like, all right, so there it's boiling. All I'm gonna do is take this off. You just pour it in. You get your spoon. It's important that you mix it around really good. Get in the corners. Mix it all up. And what you're going to do is you're going to close the pack. And everyone calls for a different one, but this one is going to call for, let's see, 5 minutes. I usually have a thermal bag, an insulated bag that I got at like, I think it was Walmart for like $2.99. It unzips. And I stick that in there because if you're outside and it's cold, it will cool this down. So I'm just going to stick it right in the bag here so it stays away from the element. And we're going to heat up more water and we'll do this one here. After about 5 minutes, we'll stir it again, we'll seal it again, and then let it sit for about another 5 minutes, and then it will absolutely be perfect. So we'll see you in a minute. Stir it up real good. Seal it up and we'll stick it in the bag. Give those about 5 minutes and we'll stir them both up. About 5 minutes, we'll open it up. It's not ready yet. We're going to stir it. Make sure everything's mixing up good.
Give it a little test to make sure that's working properly.
He's going to give it a test.
It's working good.
It's working.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good. I love those yellow curries.
I'll rotate this one out because this is the one that came in first. Might as well just stir this one up while I'm doing it.
There's a lookout up there.
And seal it back up. Put it back in the bag. So it's been about, I don't know, 8 minutes or so. So we'll just one for Dave. And one for me. Just give it one more final stir. And if you look inside, you just take a nice little spoonful of it. Hot. But super good. Whenever we go hiking or camping, we always bring these. It's a good alternative food source. We catch a lot of the fish and eat it, but if you want something quick or if you don't feel like keeping fish that day, it's a great little substitute, especially when you're hiking. You just want to pull over, grab a meal real quick, and then get back at it. So, you got Weiss food brands, you got Mountain House, there's a bunch of different ones, but I'll put a link down to the different ones in the comments below. But if If you like this so far, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, hit notify, and we'll pick back up again when we're at the next fishing spot. Well, I wasn't having any luck, so I switched places. So I'm heading down here now to Harpersfield Dam. Bobber down. Hook. Oh, little guy. Little guy. Certainly not the steelhead I was looking for, but fishy nonetheless. What is that? A little warmouth or something? Alright, we'll go put him back. Tap on my bobber. Jig it a little bit. Oh, there's a fish on there. Didn't even take it down. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. Another little bass. Nice one. Little rock bass. Hold still there, buddy. You got that hook right down your throat. Go, release. Well, the steelhead aren't biting. They're all up on trying to get up the waterway over there. The water's moving really strong, so I'm not wading out in that. So I guess we'll turn this into a rock bass catching session, because they seem to be biting pretty good. Disappointing. Last couple days I came down here just to check it out, and the water was much lower, but it rained a little bit, and well, you see what happens. Lots of steelhead. I can see them all jumping along the edges over here. On that video I'll show you, they're just jumping right out of the water. So they're here, but they're in this fast water here trying to get up, and I just can't get to it. It's just moving way too quick. I can't get my bait down in the water by the time it's past them. So yeah, we'll fish this little eddy over here for a little bit and see if we can catch a couple more bass, and then we'll call it a day, and hopefully the water's down a little bit more tomorrow and we'll come back. We know they're definitely here. Another one here, another bite. I'm gonna pull it up. Oh yeah, oh, that's a bigger one. Look at the size of that guy. Oh man, look at the size of that one. Nice. Got a bite here. Come on. There he goes. Oh yeah. There he is. Look at this. Another Rocky. Another nice little Rocky. Got a little bite going on here. Real slow bite, like mouthing it. Another bite. There you go. Take it with you. There you go. I'm gonna give it time this time. Take it with you. There you go. Take it with you. Take it with you. Oh, man. Try it right over here. There we go. There we go. Something's got it in his mouth. There we go. Come on. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. And oh, I pulled it right out. What a loser. That was a crappie bite. That was a crappie. Had it just in its mouth, I should have gave it more time. It's okay. I'll come back. It's hard now because my GoPro camera went dead, and so now I have my cell phone in my right hand and my pole in the left, so I really can't let them do too much. I can keep the bail open, but then how do I close it? So if you look right in the water, you can see the steelhead trying to swim up. Every once in a while they pop up through the waves. I'll put an arrow, put it on slow motion, that way you guys can see it. Pretty cool. There's some really, oh, there's one that just jumped right out of the water. Take a look at the arrow. There's a steelhead trying to jump upstream. Well there, fellow adventurers, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. You can see the water is way too high today. We couldn't get any steelhead, but I hope you enjoyed what we did, just fishing the sloughs over here. We caught a bunch of crappie, a bunch of, what else did we get? We got some rock bass. There was a lot of cool stuff. Hopefully within the next couple days, this will slow down a little bit, and I'll be able to come back out and get some steelhead. But do me a favor, hit like and subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll see you next week. And again, as always, I hope you can get out and have an adventure of your own.